compost have free housing, right? But there are rules attached to it. Like when my father was in the Air Force, you have strict cleaning and upkeep rules. And if you don't follow the rules, and if you damage or do something, then you don't pass your inspection, and so you fail. But if you look at welfare housing, where we don't, in the United States, we don't feel like we can impose rules and penalties and things like that on people that we give some of these things to. If you look at those type of neighborhoods that we've built to give to people in low income, they're in great disrepair. And they don't take care of them, and they vandalize, and they write on the walls, and they do all this stuff.
Which is why I support finding jobs for poor people instead of just giving them money. Now,
I don't think we can put all this on YouTube.
We have to break it into parts.
Yeah, part 1, part 2.
Part 10.
We need a little, you know, we should redo it with like some better vision.
now,
We should redo it with a script.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
okay,
You
now,
need,
there's an important point she touched on. The fact that
You just lost sponsorship to videotape your speech.
yeah.
I've had my hand up for like a long time.
then people will understand.
Let me ask a
Now.
question.
Okay, fine, your question.
Okay, I have 2 questions. Then, are you pro-communist or are you?
I'm pro-capitalist.
You're pro-capitalist. Is capitalism part of communism? Is capitalism part of communism?
Capitalism is not part of communism. I don't know.
Then how does communism relate to capitalism?
Because how does it relate to? It's the opposite. Communism is where everything is equal, and capitalism is where everybody, it's like a dog eat dog.
I thought this was a lesson on capitalism.
Me too. Then why are you talking about the exact opposite of capitalism?
Because it's still part of communism.
How does it evolve into communism? How does it
So
relate?
this is what we should do. This conversation is really difficult to follow because we're talking about a bunch of different things, and it all stems from certain belief systems, and certain people develop the whole concept. So you would have to study about Marx and what's going on. And so there's too much confusion here to have a really good debate. Okay.
And if you go on to something else, Alan's favorite topic.
The last point here is, I want you to think about something. Imagine that the government, like, gives you. What are you laughing at?
Laughing.
I'm pacing. Okay. Now,
I didn't say anything.
imagine the government just gives you a big plot of land and says, no matter what, you get that land. Good job. You supported communism. Now, you can't get anything more. That's it. You get that land. In the end, that's the end. So would you really work very hard for the country if that's all you get and you know you're never going to lose it or you're never going to get it? It's just, that's the end. You get that land. Are you going to work really hard on that land compared to someone who, if they work harder, they'll get more or something? Or like more land or more like higher up on a corporate ladder or something?
Could you repeat the question? You're making it hard.
Okay, imagine you're a farmer. Maybe I should have said that again. Imagine you're a farmer. And you spend your whole life farming. Now, imagine that there's a big revolution and communism is put in place. Now, communism, everyone gets the same amount, no matter what. So there's no more poor people trapped in it. No poor people in communist countries. But, well, like, no poor people by their standards. But, so you have this one set of land that is equal to everyone else's. That all the farmers and you all work on a same length of land. Now, okay, so you all.
I think a better example would be if you said that, like, if you're in school and your teacher gave you all A's no matter what, and then there's the kids who don't have to do anything because they know they're going to get an A, and then the kids who are working really hard to get an A.
still expected to do the work. You're still expected to do all the homework and stuff. You can't get an A, and you can't get any less than a B.
This memory should say something.
So,
That's a great example. I love that example.
Are you going to do a good job? If you know you're getting a B, no matter what, you can't get higher, you can't work for a higher more, and it doesn't matter if you do less because you're going to get that B. Right? Then you do a good job? No. That's a huge problem with communism. Because everyone gets the same, it doesn't matter how hard you work because you get the same.
So the point is, you like communism. Please be.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like a huge point. So it doesn't matter because everything is the same. So that's why
Global warming.
I mean, maybe a good thing to do because then nobody who's less
Ask about
smart
global
gets
warming.
right. But at the end, it doesn't work anyway because.
Should we all be equal?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, do you think, what are we gonna, then would we have to all dress alike, and would we all have to wear our hair the same way, and?
Isn't that school?
Do the uniform. They've done some studies about that though with school and uniforms, and that they do believe that when kids dress a certain way that they in turn behave a certain way, and then when everybody's doing the same thing that they're less distracted. I don't know.
That would be better for concept.
Yeah. But then there's no opportunity for self-expression, which is what American people would argue, or Western thinking.
I have a three-part question. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, okay, carry on.
Okay. Is that stick figure supposed to be you? Because it's my fucking name, and I'm sorry, this has been bothering me.
Okay, no.
So this is
Vanessa moved onto the spot basis, and I made a stick man fully up.
Dude, I can't see that from here.
That's the answer to that one. Next.
you.
Second part of the three-part question. I noticed the man has a hammer and sickle and two buck teeth apparently going different
I don't know.
ways. And
Yeah.
a unibrow. Yeah, and a unibrow also.
unibrow. Everything needs
Okay, so are you suggesting Russians have weird buck teeth and unibrows?
That's right.
Part three. Part three. Part three. Part three.
You're the one that put the unibrow in the butt teeth.
Time for part 3.
Wait, what's part 3?
I have a three-part question.
Right.
Global warming? Well, what are your views?
I'm not gonna go into this.
Global warming too.
End of my lesson.
Wait, I gotta zoom in on this board.
Except, you know that it is related.
Oh, express the Church of Etymology.
German?
Atomism.
The belief is that capitalist countries have contributed more to, not necessarily as it relates to communism per se, but capitalist countries have contributed more to the global warming increase and process than did underdeveloped countries.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
warming.
Global warming. The end of the lesson.
The lesson on communism.
Exactly.
So you're gonna start on global warming.
You know what's so weird? He says he goes against communism, but he's trying to spread atomism and have everybody think exactly the way he thinks. Isn't that just communism?
Exactly.
It's completely contradictory. Nobody's gonna say if I tell him that. He's gonna like yell at me.
Okay, we should probably talk about what's on the test.